TikTok is testing a new kind of recommendation engine, one that doesn't just watch what you do, it watches what you become. And according to early analyses shared by researchers at the Stanford Internet Observatory, this next-generation model is designed to track your micro-behaviors, infer your emotional state in real time, and then adjust your feed based on what it predicts you'll feel in the next few minutes. This isn't personalization anymore. This is predictive emotional steering. The system is described as a dynamic psychological profile, and the concept aligns closely with what MIT Technology Review recently called the new frontier of affective computing, algorithms capable of reading subtle, unconscious reactions from users and anticipating the emotional triggers that will keep them engaged. In internal terminology, TikTok labels this as improving engagement stability. But let's call it what it really is: emotion-level manipulation delivered through a personalized feed. Here's how it works. Your scrolling rhythm, sudden hesitations, micro flinches, even the way your phone tilts when something surprises you, these tiny signals become part of a psychological fingerprint. According to researchers who've studied TikTok's earlier behavior tracking models, these signals are far more informative than simple likes and shares. They reveal mood, attention level, and even cognitive fatigue. Now imagine the algorithm detecting that you're drifting into low-energy territory. Your blink rate changes, your finger slows down, your reaction window shrinks. Instead of giving you more of the same content, the model predicts that you need an emotional spike to stay engaged. So, it serves you a dramatic clip, a shocking scene, a fast jump cut video engineered to jolt your nervous system back into the loop. You feel like continuing to scroll was your choice, but the feed shaped your emotional momentum. A 2023 IEEE study on affective microdynamics noted that algorithms can detect emotional transitions up to half a second before you consciously feel them. TikTok's new system appears designed to exploit this window, not just reacting to your emotions, but preempting them, manipulating your internal state while making you believe you're simply choosing what to watch next. Some of these capabilities are also hinted at in ByteDance's 2024 US patent filings, which describe models that infer affective state from user interaction patterns and prioritize content based on predicted emotional response curves. It's a clean, technical description of a much more uncomfortable reality. Your psychological trajectory becomes the algorithm's raw material. And this leads to an unsettling implication. If a platform can tune your emotional state with personalized stimuli, who exactly controls your internal weather? Imagine the system predicting you're stressed. It might show you comforting, relatable clips to stabilize your mood. Imagine it detecting loneliness. It might push hypersocial content, parasocial interactions, or videos designed to generate a feeling of belonging. Imagine it sensing boredom. It injects high arousal content to spike dopamine and reset your engagement cycle. The algorithm isn't optimizing for your well-being. It's optimizing for retention. A former product engineer interviewed anonymously in a Wall Street Journal investigation on TikTok's testing culture explained that engagement forecasting is already central to their strategy. This new psychological profiling layer is simply the evolution of that logic, predicting not just what you will click, but how you will feel, and adjusting the feed to maximize the desired outcome. You're no longer responding to content. You're responding to a machine's prediction of your future self. And the consequences go beyond simple entertainment. Psychologists studying algorithmic influence warn that emotional regulation performed by a platform can create dependency patterns. If the app becomes the fastest way to adjust your mood, your brain begins to rely on it. It becomes a quiet part of your emotional metabolism, an invisible prosthetic for your attention and feelings. A report from Stanford's Internet Observatory notes that such systems could be used for subtle political framing, not by pushing explicit propaganda, but by feeding narratives at emotionally vulnerable moments. If the model senses frustration, it amplifies content aligned with that frustration. If it senses fear, it pushes material that resonates with that fear, not persuasion. Calibration. And because emotional inference leaves no visible trace, the user never realizes what's happening. There's no alert saying, "Your psychological model has been updated." No toggle, no transparency. Just a seamless feed that feels strangely tailored to your changing mood, because it is. This is one of the most powerful forms of influence ever created. Behavioral shaping that works by predicting the emotional future of millions of people simultaneously. It's worth remembering how TikTok's earlier algorithm already worked. According to MIT Technology Review's breakdown of the 2023 leak, the platform heavily favored behavioral intensity signals over traditional engagement metrics. What kept you frozen on a video for 3 seconds was often more valuable than a like or a comment. This new system is simply the next step, not just detecting what froze you, but anticipating what will freeze you. And when an algorithm becomes good at predicting your emotional vulnerability, it becomes good at exploiting it. TikTok denies any intent to manipulate, of course. Every major tech platform does when these discussions surface. But the patents exist, the research exists, the behavior tracking infrastructure exists, and the incentives are extremely clear. An extra minute of retention multiplied by 1 billion users is a planet-scale victory. So, what does this mean for the future? It means social platforms are evolving from content filters into emotional engines. It means your inner world, the fragile stack of impulses, memories, moods, and unconscious reactions that make up your psychological state, is now a target for optimization. It means you are no longer the consumer. You are the variable in a feedback loop. The most advanced form of influence is not forcing you to feel something. It's predicting what you will feel and adjusting your environment so the prediction becomes true. This is where TikTok's new model is heading. Real-time emotional engineering delivered through the most addictive feed on the planet. And once users become accustomed to this kind of psychological tuning, stepping away from it may feel like stepping away from gravity. Because the feed isn't just entertaining you, it's stabilizing you, stimulating you, regulating you, shaping the version of you that continues scrolling. The future of recommendation systems is not about relevance anymore. It's about emotional architecture. And TikTok may be the first platform to openly explore what happens when you let an algorithm design your inner climate, one prediction at a time. This transmission ends here. The next one is already forming. Stay aware and subscribe to Remain in the Signal.